What's up everybody? Welcome to another video. Thanks for clicking on the video. My name is Johnny. Reagan is in there, our bus, Miles of Smiles. Today is a very big day. We've been waiting for this one for a long time. And we're excited to share it with you and hopefully give this or make this an informational video for all of you out there who are looking to spray foam a shuttle bus, whatever. So our day hasn't exactly started on the best foot. So if you watched our last episode, check it out. I think it was on part 2, maybe it was on part 1. Either way, check both of them out. On our road to spray foam, we had some last minute furring strips that we had to put in the ceiling in the front, and unfortunately they didn't really work out. I think I put a little bit too much faith in the plywood's ability to bend a little bit on the ceiling and be held there in place by the adhesive. Also, it's only day 6 of 7 days that the adhesive is supposed to have to cure. When we took our poles down, basically the plywood, since it was pretty aggressive bend, started to pull away from the center and then slowly pulled away from the sides. So, it's unfortunate, but you live and you learn. Could be a number of factors that played in there, but we're gonna revamp the area above here, above the cab, to get some furring strips in there. We'll probably just leave it today, because the good part about these spray foam tanks is after you open them and use them, you can still use them for 30 days, or up to 30 days. So I'm kind of banking on that, and worst case scenario, if we really have to, you know, we'll either do foam board or buy a little kit to put in the front. So an unfortunate event, but we're gonna kind of revamp and rethink about what we're doing there and how we can get a couple furring strips up there, or maybe retry what we were already doing, make the bends a little less aggressive, or try and make it a couple sections. Either way, we're probably not gonna spray just this little section up top. We'll spray the sides of it, and we'll spray some of the sides over here, but it's just the very top little section up there that we're probably not gonna spray, or we're certainly not gonna spray today because it's just not ready and we need to finish our framing. So we're still basically spraying the whole bus. And there's really nothing too major that's changed, just an unfortunate start to the day. And Reagan got hit in the face with a 4x4 post. So we just love getting hit in the head and the face with 4x4 posts. Reagan's in there doing some final plastic sheeting. We were gonna have a little bit more work to do with the ceiling, but since we're totally scrapping that front end for today, it's time to just get final plastic on and get going. Get our funny suits on and get rocking. So let's go inside and we can talk a little bit more about what kit we went with. All right guys, so let's talk real quickly about the kit that we ended up going with. We went with the Frost Pack 650 installation kit. So this is supposed to do 650 board feet up to 1 inch. We went with this kit because we were originally going to do the foam it green kit, but couldn't really get them. And then our friends at Skoolie Living, you know we've mentioned this before, but they've got an affiliate link for this, and we know they suggest good stuff. They know what they're talking about, so I felt really good going with their recommendation on their site. Again guys, use your friends' affiliate links if they got them. We need to get that going, so you can use our link maybe, huh? But we went with this kit, and it comes with 2 different tanks of chemicals here. If you know anything about spray foam, this is typically how the setup is. These 2 chemicals are going to go through this hose and combine just before the nozzle and then spray out, and then they create a reaction on the surface. So this comes with the kit: hose, looks like a bunch of nozzles, and some miscellaneous tools. And then we also got some full body suits. So this is key guys, you do not want spray foam anywhere on your skin. If it gets on your clothing, whatever it gets on, good luck getting it off, and if you get it off, it's probably going to leave some sort of stain or something. This is what we're going with here. The key with this stuff is having the right temperatures. So they suggest that the contents are at least 70 degrees. So I've had the tanks inside for a few days here. Well, we've had them inside the whole time because you're never supposed to let them freeze. So if they were outside in Wisconsin, they already would have frozen. They've been sitting inside here, and we've got the place heated to 75 degrees. Yes, we are indoors, but we're in a huge warehouse. We're gonna be wearing respirators anyways. That's another key thing that you're gonna need. You're gonna need a respirator go along with this, and some eye protection. So don't forget that. Contents need to be at least 70 degrees. The air needs to be at least, I think, between 75 and 85 degrees. So keep that in mind, because if you go too cold, you're gonna have an issue with it adhering, I believe, to the surface. So thankfully, we have this space. We're so thankful to have this space because right now it is snowing outside. So this would not really be a reality for us, unfortunately, or we would be using about 10 space heaters to try and heat the bus up enough to be able to spray foam. That's a quick rundown on the kit. I'm going to keep helping Reg, and then we'll see you when we're actually about to get this stuff prepped, agitated, get the hoses on and everything. So we'll see you in a bit. Alright guys, so one thing I didn't realize that the froth packs have this little temperature reading on the side of it, but it's kind of confused. Well, that looks very green in the camera now.
Yeah, it looks really green now.
But see down here, it says green equals exact temperature, tan range above actual, blue range below actual. And although on the camera this looks like it's very green and it's the only thing you can see, there's a 85 above it and a 65 below it. The 65 is blue, the 85 is tan, and the 75 is green, but there's no like indication. The 75, when we started looking at it, was a little bit more tan, and now it's becoming a little bit more green.
That's probably just because it's increasing.
I don't know. It's a little confusing, but it does have a temperature reading on the side that I guess is supposed to help. Not super helpful. Froth pack, redesign this. Or maybe it's user error, but it doesn't seem very intuitive. Seems like a good idea. Bad execution, froth pack. So you could try and use this, but I'm not really quite sure how to read it, and it doesn't seem very effective. So
we know it's 75 degrees in here because we said it. Yeah. So
it's been 75 in here for a little while. The space heater's been cranking. I've had them spaced. You don't want to like heat them a lot. I
don't know. It says it goes up to 105 up here.
Well, I think they can explode if you like put them really close. So we got the space heater, and I've just had them like, I'd say like 4 or 5 feet away from it as it's going back and forth. What?
Why are they on its side?
Because there's like a. But I've had them a few feet away to try and prevent explosion. But we just thought I'd mention that because that's
well, maybe it was
kind of weird. Alright guys, it's time to get suited up and get rolling. I know, hair's a little wild right now. But let's get suited up, talk to you real quick what we've done before this. So if you haven't watched our videos, if you don't want to go watch our other videos, well if you don't want to go watch our other videos, why are you watching this one? But save you some time, here's what we've done. We framed out the entire, well, we gutted the entire bus. We framed out the entire bus. We insulated our subfloor with rigid foam insulation, and we have done no electrical work. I repeat, no electrical work. Now, you may see some other Skoolie channels, some other Skoolie builds that do electrical work before they're spray foaming, and that's great. Some people choose to do that, but I realized it's not really necessary, at least the way we're doing it. I think for a lot of people, it's not necessary. And in the end, it may save you some headaches when you're not digging wires out of spray foam if you ever have issues with them. So, my recommendation, depending on your floor plan, your situation, all that, I would personally say, and we'll see as we get into electrical, but I feel very confident about being able to tuck wires, about being able to hide things, plumbing, whatever, behind our layout. So for us, it just made a lot more sense to not do it because that's just another long, electrical is a long, tedious step, unless you really know what you're doing. That's basically all we've done, guys. Oh, this is gonna look so good. Oh yeah, there we go. Just wait till Reg comes out, sees this sexy marshmallow. I've got a suit for Reg too. Hers might be a little bit big. Reg's gonna be moving the tanks around. She's gonna be agitating. Oh, they just keep pushing down my glasses. She's gonna be moving the tanks around and agitating them as we're going. That's something you wanna do. You wanna be agitating the tanks as you're going just to keep them flowing, keep the chemicals moving in there. And also, I don't want to have to worry about where the tanks are when I'm spray foaming. I just want to be going. Certainly I'll look and make sure I'm not tripping over hoses and things, but I don't want to accidentally pull the hoses too far and the tanks tip over, or you know, I pull a hose and screw something up. So having a buddy is going to be a lot better with this. And so, like I said, oh, she's calling me. Alright, don't really remember what I was saying, but yeah, Reg's gonna help me out. She's gonna move things around so I can keep moving and keep spraying. I've got my suit on, gonna put some gloves on, gonna get a face mask on. This is what I'm gonna use. Oh, hey. Yeah. Did you not notice?
No, I was behind the door.
So I'm gonna use this. I'm gonna use this thing. Obviously I have glasses, but I'd rather not the spray foam get on my glasses. And we have this laying around, so hopefully it's gonna work. Also with the, well, this is Reg's respirator, but hopefully it works with the respirator too. We'll see. Before you spray foam, Reg, get your suit on. Suit up.
Extra large suit
It's
that
actually,
I'm gonna drown in.
So, for reference, with the suits, I am like 6'1", 6'2", I'll say 6'1". I'm probably not 6'2". But sleeves are a little short, the legs are just about the right length, but if you're any taller, I mean, even if you're not taller, just get XLs, that's what it said. That's what they said online, and people said you could just roll the sleeves back or roll the pant legs up and tape them if you have to. So that's what we'll probably do for Reg. Before we get spraying, we want to agitate the tanks, shake them around, obviously get things hooked up, and then you want to purge it. And what purging basically is spray it into a cardboard box or something that is not inside the bus, because you want to test that the chemicals are mixing well, you want to test that everything's flowing okay, and if you do that onto your bus and chemicals aren't mixing well or the foam's not curing properly, you're then going to go scrape that foam off and then have to spray that area again. So much better to do it just into a cardboard box or something you got laying around. So that's what we'll do when we get inside.
Wow,
But
you look like stylish and I look like a bag.
just a little baggy. Oh yeah, that's good. That's good. You want me to tape it up?
Can I tie it?
Or like, here we can use one of the clamps on your back. All right, ladies. So here's a pro tip. Oh, look at that! Pro tip, turn around. Hair tie on the back. That's all it takes. That's all it takes. All right, we're eager to get going. We know it's like 83 inside the bus because we have that space heater in there. We know it's 75 out here. We know our contents are at least 75 degrees. We're good to go. We're gonna get in there, get stuff hooked up, get it purged, and we'll see what we can get filmed for you guys. So let's get rocking. Are you excited, Rick?
Yeah, I need to get another hair tie for my hair.
Oh, no. Do you not have another?
Oh no.
Oh. Do you have it dipped up all the way?
Oh no. He had problems.
Okay, we're just dicking around at this point, so let's get going. Alright guys, well, you may have noticed that we're at a standstill right now, and that is because the stupid temperature reading thing is just fluctuating all over the place. I mean, it was good for a while, and then now it's looked like it was down to 65, we don't know. I mean,
There's no way it's 65 degrees in here.
well, it's the contents that, even if the outside, the contents.
But how did
But-
the contents
I don't know how they dipped,
decrease
yeah.
in temperature when everything else is increasing?
I don't know. Kind of weird. Again, froth pack, work on your design there. Or I just don't understand really what's happening. I'm making sure that the temperature reader is not getting hit by the heat, that it's facing the other way so it doesn't give us false readings. It may be that the outside of the tank is heating up and that's giving the false reading, and then when it cools back down and it's reading the, I don't know, and it's reading the actual contents of the tank, maybe, I have no idea. But just to be safe, we got the space heater here just for a second, blasting them. I mean, it is 80 plus degrees in here because we have the space heater in here and it has a temperature reading. It was 83, and there's just no way that these are not okay. So we're just heating them for a second. I don't want to do too long because I already agitated them. So we're gonna get going here shortly, but something to note, the temperature reader might be kind of hard to read. We'll see what happens when we purge it.
are done inside. We're done inside. Our masks are still on. Just being safe. Still curing in there. Probably got like another 30, probably 45 minutes before they deem it safe to go back in the area. We're in a huge warehouse, so maybe isn't totally necessary, but we're letting the bus air out. We took some of the plastic down because on the camera, I'm sure you could see the gas and just like the amount of shit that was in the air. So we don't want to be breathing that in. Letting the bus air out. We're gonna go get some food. What do you think, Reg? What are your first impressions?
I don't think you want to know.
Yeah, we had one little mishap early on. That's why you really didn't see Regan, because she was helping clean up the mishap. So Regan was not a big fan of spray foam from the beginning, and we started off on the wrong foot. We'll talk more about that later. For now, we're gonna go get some food. It went on pretty well, and everything went pretty well.
I'm just not like a messy person either. It gives me a lot of anxiety.
Yeah.
You go in there right now, it is a mess.
Yeah. So it looks really messy, but the idea is that the packing tape and all the plastic should do its job. Certainly there's still going to be some globs here and there. I think it's going to clean up all right, and I think
it will.
We got good coverage.
We took some of the tape off already to see how that worked, and it worked really well. So once we get it cleaned up, it'll be great.
So we're gonna go get some food. We'll see you guys when we're coming back and taking off the rest of the tape. Oh, another note, you're gonna get sweaty as hell. Those suits combined with the fact that you have to have it at least 75. I mean, granted, we had it probably 80 plus in there. And it's giving off, it's an exothermic reaction, so it's giving off heat as it's curing and as it's doing its thing. So it's an oven in there. You can feel it. My shirt, Regan tried to give me a hug after I took my thing off, and my shirt is soaking wet. So take note, you're gonna get sweaty, you're gonna get messy, but it's all worth it in the end. So food time, we'll be back.
All right, peeps, we are back from lunch and ready to take this down. As you can see, we already took the window stuff off. And let me tell you, packing tape does the trick.
Yeah.
There's a reason people tell you to put packing tape on your furring strips, and that's because it works.
It's very satisfying.
It's very satisfying. And creates a super clean line. So we're gonna do that right now and just start taking all this off and reveal what we need to trim.
Yeah.
So, let's do it.
Even the wire.
Okay guys, well everything is taken off and look at how clean all the furring strips are. It's amazing what the packing tape does. Use packing tape. Do not use painter's tape. Do not use any other kind of tape. Use packing tape. Just don't even think about any other kind of tape. Just do it.
We don't have a reason.
We don't have a reason. I don't know why it works so well, but it does, so just do it. But now you can see Reg's going ahead and trimming away, so we're gonna just places where it's bulged past the furring strips or maybe it's a little too thick, we're just gonna go ahead and trim those away and keep rolling. All right, guys.
Oh my God.
All right, people, we are off.
I
can't stab them with it.
You can stab me.
We are all finished up, all trimmed up. You can see we got some things in the bus. We got our fridge, our sink. We got our little rolly guy back in here. And everything's all trimmed up. So, and pretty much finished for now. As far as spray foam goes, we're figuring out a situation with the front, but that's probably not gonna be the rest of this vlog. I think this vlog is actually gonna end here because this is spray foaming, guys.
You can't add extra things onto our spray foam vlog.
So we're gonna make a dedicated spray foam vlog. Hopefully this is informational, but the two tools we were really using to scrape with was, of course, if you've watched our top 5 tools for Skoolie demolition, you know our paint scraper is one of our favorite tools. This was great, just scraping away. I've seen people use like angle grinders or drills with wire brush attachments, which works, makes a mess. I mean, this stuff makes a mess too. And we also use this little skinny knife guy. Regan did this and then scraped away. A putty knife, we also use a putty knife a little bit, but it all worked pretty well. It just basically crumbles, makes a huge mess. Really, this whole process should just be described as the messiest thing you're gonna do on your bus. If you're gonna spray foam, whether you have somebody else do it or you do it yourself, the trimming, all the process, everything is just messy. So be prepared for that. Be prepared for everything around you to potentially, well, protect from everything that's maybe around the bus and avoid any issues or getting anything on the surroundings because it is an incredibly messy job.
Spend a lot of time prepping.
Yes, the prep work. I mean, the prep work made everything so easy. Like, I can't imagine doing this if we didn't do the packing tape, if we didn't do the plastic. This would be a complete nightmare.
I mean, it took a long time with a day, two full days of prepping, but it was then worth it once all the spray foam was done and we could easily just pull the plastic and the tape off.
Yeah, I mean, it made the job so easy. Certainly there's trimming, but part of that's just because you want to fill up the space, so there's going to be pieces that push past it. It's hard to tell sometimes, or be really accurate with where you're spraying. So we're super happy with the way it's come out, the yield we got, and we still have a little bit left in the tanks for the front, so we're saving those. We're going to do that in the next 30 days. That's as long as it will last in the tanks. So they're sitting there closed, hoses and handles still attached, but closed off. So we're going to do that here in the upcoming future. Yeah, that's the end of this process. I think it went pretty smooth. Well, the end of the majority of the spray foam. Enough to give you guys a good idea about how this goes, what maybe could go wrong, what you should do, prep work, all that good stuff. Hopefully this was informational to you guys. That's why we want to kind of put some of this stuff out. You guys can learn from maybe some of our mistakes, some of our successes, and go from there and do it yourself. Because I think we didn't even get it quoted out to see what it would have been, but
well, I mean, we can't take it anywhere.
Yeah, we can't take it anywhere right now. It's not registered and kind of got some issues with the driver's area. But also, for me, it's kind of fun. It's always fun to do stuff yourself.
Well, it wasn't fun for me.
Yeah, Regan had a great time. She's just really stressed the whole time. But no, I mean, you do so many other things on your bus yourself, and yes, this is one of the more stressful and messy and potentially expensive if you screw it up or you don't realize that you're doing something wrong. But really, it's not too hard if you just do your research and know what to look out for, know how to prep things. It's definitely worth it, and it's fun, and we can say we did it, guys, And that's the whole part about this whole build.
New.
Exactly. You learn something new. You certainly learn things along the way, but that's the best part about doing this is you learn things. So we have learned so much, and we hope you have learned some things watching this video. If you learned anything, if you liked anything, please subscribe, give us a like, throw a comment below. Maybe some spray foam tips that you have that we didn't mention, or anything. We'd love to hear from you guys. We're really excited. I mean, I told Regan, walking into the bus now every time is just, it's going to be different. It just feels a little different. Certainly that's going to continue to evolve as we do more, but it's a huge step, and we're happy that it's
done.
Yeah. So this is the end of this vlog. We're going to come back tomorrow because today's only Saturday. We got another weekend day to work with. So this is going to be this week's vlog, but there's more that's coming. We got some gray tanks to hang. We got some electrical to now be doing. So maybe we'll even get some double uploads going because we got...
Oh, wow.
Wow. Getting ambitious. So...
See if that actually happens on Thursday.
Yeah. True. So thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll catch you on the next one.